Hi everybody, my name is Shula Asher Silberstein and I'm a person with Aspergers. I'd like to talk to you all today a little bit about what that's meant for me in my life. This is my cat Ernie who wants to help me talk about Aspergers apparently, because he jumps onto my lap every time I turn on the camera. Anyway, I wasn't diagnosed with Aspergers until I was 32 years old. Before that, I kind of knew something was different about me, but I thought there was just something wrong with me. And even after being diagnosed with Asperger's, for a little while I still thought there was something wrong with me. See, I thought that every problem in my life was because I wasn't born normal, whatever that means. I had a friend who was not very communicative, and after a couple of weeks would say, "Oh, by the way, I'm angry at you about this, that, and the other," and it would be like an explosion of anger. And I thought, this is because I have Asperger's that this is happening. That if I was normal, I would be able to pick up on nonverbal signals and we would never fight again. I have had trouble with relationships my whole life, and I always thought this is because I have Asperger's, or before I had a word for Asperger's, this is because I'm different. This is because I'm not like everybody else. And it took a lot of hard work on my part, and a lot of soul searching, and a lot of thinking to realize Asperger's is just a label. It's just a category. It doesn't make me who I am. It doesn't have magic power to make my life miserable or make my life happy. That really is up to me. And so I wanted to tell all of you out there who may be struggling with whatever your label is, whether it's something psychological like ADD or Asperger's, or something physical like a physical illness, or even just a different sexual orientation or different gender orientation, that there is nothing wrong with you. That whatever it is you are does not have the power to make your life happy or make your life miserable. That the magic solution you're seeking is already within you. What I learned as a person with Asperger's is that I can work harder at social relationships or not work harder at them. I can learn the basics that come easier to people who don't have autism, like eye contact, like, I don't know, facial expressions. Those are very hard for me. I'm very often smiling like this when I'm angry, and that confuses some of my friends and really throws them off. Um, Relationship issues, somebody telling me, "I really don't want you to do that," it really annoys me, and it doesn't make sense to me because it's not something that would annoy me if they did it. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing it. I can, I can think about all those things and I can work at them, or I can say, "I have Asperger's. Oh well." But what I've found is that working with who I am is a lot more profitable, and I feel a lot happier, and I feel a lot prouder of who I am because I've chosen to do those things. So for any of you out there who are struggling and think, if only, get those words out of your vocabulary. If only I didn't have this, that, or the other. If only I wasn't gay or bi or asexual or pansexual or whatever. If only I was cisgender instead of transgender or whatever it is that you're feeling. None of those things help. That's just wishful thinking, and it's not even true. It's a lie. We've all been put here on this earth for a reason. I really, really believe that. And part of that reason is for us to express who we are and show the world who we are. So get those if onlys out of your vocabulary. I also wanted to say a special word to anyone who's a parent or a teacher of somebody who has a disability. Because I was a teacher for a couple of years. It was something that I couldn't do long term because I just didn't want to make the effort to please the people above me more than to help the children I was working with. And some of the things I saw were just horrifying. I saw that children with disabilities were treated like they were hopeless cases by some teachers and some parents and some administrators. And I saw other cases where the parents were trying hard and the teachers didn't want to believe that the child was doing anything or capable of doing anything. And I saw still other cases where the child had a behavior issue and the parents said, "Oh well, he has a disability, what do you expect?" And so I want to thank those of you who are watching this, who are really, really working hard with your children and trying to give them the best life possible. And I want to encourage anyone who sees their child's disability or the disability of a child that they work with as a tragedy to reconsider. That child is a human being first, before anything else. That's why I try to say I have Asperger's, not I am Asperger's. And I can't tell you how many lives have been destroyed or not lived up to their potential because somebody thought, oh, this child has autism or ADD or mental retardation or whatever, and they gave up on that child. I guess the message I have, the message for of hope is that whatever you are, it can be worked with, it can be dealt with. Whatever your child is, it can be worked with, it can be dealt with. We can work with the negative aspects and make them better. We can't change who we are. And I think that a lot of pain and unnecessary suffering comes from trying to change who we are, trying to change who other people are, trying to change who our children are, instead of just loving ourselves and each other for who we are. So before I get too deep into something overly sentimental and don't back it up with action, I just want to say that whoever you are is okay. Don't let yourself be defined by a label. Don't see yourself as a tragedy. If you want to know what my life is like now, in the couple of years since I have accepted that I'm a person with Asperger's, as well as accepting my gender identity, I'm a trans guy, gender-neutral male-leaning person, or my sexual orientation, I'm asexual. I have not only made friends and gone out and done things, but I also am a writer. I've written 3 novels. The third one is in process, and the first 2 have been published. I am the leader of Aces United, a social group for asexual people here. I am a public speaker. I speak on autism and Asperger's as often as I can. I've made a DVD about it, and I basically live a decent, happy, joyous, exciting life with a cat, and with friends, and with things to do that make me happy and with purpose in life. So, again, Asperger's is not a death sentence, and neither is any other disability. It's just a description of part of who you are. Don't give up on yourself or on anyone else because of a label. Thank you for listening, and thank you for caring about yourself and about others enough to listen to this video.